this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken very short. Powers through him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Space to maneuver at the 40. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. The 30. 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 71 yards. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Look at me. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. They're calling Walker's skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Hey, wahoo. Dude.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He gets this one to Johnson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it. Here's Okoye. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
He does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there.
There. 36. Go. You got to get moving, man. Small. 5.
He'll look to throw.
Wow.
The ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Navarro Bowman. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet. They'll try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
61, matchbox, light.
Like fucking everybody.
Go, go.
Madden Championship should actually know what the fuck they're doing.
Mike, 53, Mike. I got it. Snap.
2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 42 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at
it's a foot race. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Walter Payton, 71 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Yo, go! Slam! Check nickel! Hey, Alpha!
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Mike, 53. Hey! Mike. Focus, defense, focus. Check.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
53 for Mike. Go out.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Hey, stand up. Hey, orbit. Watch the shot. Check. Rock it. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught front. Eagles touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Dude, like, what the?
He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. 34 yards there and a first down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bosa, like fucking retard.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Leonard Fournette.
Your job is to contain the end. Like, you did not contain the end there at all.
The Cowboys, they push on in front further.
Your job is to be wider than the running back.
Elam up and good.
Fucking
and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Dude's a fucking joke, though, dude. Like,
following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away.
This is how fucking bad Madden is. You can run the Wildcat all fucking day.
This will be taken very short.
Alright, guy won the fucking Madden championship. Didn't pass the
The
fucking
Eagles
ball.
offense set to
One
begin their next
single
drive.
fucking
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 48 yards. Back to throw now on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the out.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Walter Payton with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point by Elam up. Kick the extra point, winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10.
Wow, wait. Give him all day to set up the shit, man. You fucking up, man.
Kill. Hey, wahoo! Yep. Get it. Hit it.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough.
He's probably relying on a golden ticket to fucking cause incompletions, too. Fucking. Shut up. Alright, so that's not the golden ticket maze, so I can complete pass.
To hold on to that one, it's 2nd down.
Round and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Garbage ass fucking Wildcats.
Got it.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Go. Go. Go.
Go get him. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Hey, high 7.
They'll set up a throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
Recon, 132 fighter, 15 line, 15 line. Go! Hey, check my hey, Echo. Go.
They'll look to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Randy Moss, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
So he's literally got nothing but tackle.
This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
57 on it. 56. Check 56.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Oh my fucking God!
6-yard line.
Like literally,
And he's
fucking
in for the
retard.
touchdown.
They tell you
The
to fucking
final
guard
play of
what
the
fucking
first
do,
half.
and you can't
The
fucking do
prayer
it.
is answered.
How did they get that done?
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Fucking A, man.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
53 is mine. Check 53 is mine. Hey, let's get that ball. Mine.
They'll set up to throw. He finds his man Johnson. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
8 read. 5. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, rock it. Get it.
He'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Randy Moss. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Ready, set.
14 more yards.
Hey, orbit.
53, check 53. Jump back and return over. Get that
First
ball.
and 10 at the 30.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Down. 60 outlaw. Two times. We got three, fellas. We got three.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs.
53's mine. Check 53's mine.
Don't get nervous. Now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Walter Payton, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Hey, Charlie.
Number 53, Mike 53.
They'll drop the throw. That's complete to Calvin Johnson.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked it to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Well, he's going to go for it all. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Randy Moss, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Set,
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. He's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And an alley to run. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. All day, all day. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Now back to throw. And that's going to be caught for Eagles touchdown. Randy Moss there to make the grab. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Dallas. 56 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. With a catch made by Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Go, go. Push it back. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Right.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Second and 10. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
What the fuck? Thank you for making it short and manageable, the fucking damn near short and fucking possible, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, Delta. Look at me. Zipper.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And of course,
We've got a
Walter
one-score
fucking
game
Payton
with
out of
inside of
everybody
2 minutes
drops
remaining.
the goddamn fucking ball. Like, come on, dude. Jesus fucking Christ.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, I mean, they've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
We got this.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10 once again from the 28.
Oh, my God, man.
53 is mine. Check 53.
Score.
That is clearly pass interference.
He'll look to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
53 is the mark.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That is how fucking bad Madden 20 is. This is how a guy won a championship without throwing the fucking ball. If they do not get rid of the Frostbite engine for next year's Madden,
so that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.
I'm done, dude. I'm not buying the fucking game. It's fucking crazy, dude. Sorry to swear, like, a gamer's rage. I need to really fix this, but so beyond fucking frustrating. I know what to do if I face it again, though. I need to put Pat Tillman up there at that right side safety, put Taylor Mays at that right side cornerback position, and then put Darnell Savage at the left side cornerback position if I'm going to play some other retard that literally just wants to do nothing but run the Wildcat. And even if they try and do a fake pass, I guess it's all right. I mean, they both have 95 plus zone coverage. So, I mean, it's a cover two. It's crazy, though, dude. I literally put guys on spies and everything. Like, that's what you're supposed to do to stop the run. I pinch the inside, contain the ends with my outside linebackers, put the safeties on spies.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. On first down, Dickerson. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Pat Tillman, the legend, in on the tackle. Throwing on second down, Mayfield. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. Mayfield on play action. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-six TD. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Back to it after the pick six. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Back to throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Randy Moss. 52 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go. First quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Mayfield looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And now finally he'll be forced to go down, just protecting the football, hitting the turf. It's a sack. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up.
I really want to fucking play that dude again.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling.
He's really not.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
That to me.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble and was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Vick. And out across midfield down to the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Vick steps away to his left.
Oh, my goodness.
Incomplete. Antoine Randall, the intended receiver.
Oh, my God.
And that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The veteran safety, Antoine Bethea, there on the defensive coverage. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. On 4th down, Vick.
Oh, my God, I was right there.
Former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I appreciate it.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
I guess it just shows my YouTubers how multi-talented I am.
To try again after the sack. Vick.
Oh, my
incomplete. He was trying to get it to sweetness, Walter Payton.
Man.
And it's 3rd down.
Oh,
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
I'm going to try and run that wheel route.
It's a play fake. Now Vick.
Dude,
That'll be
God.
tipped and intercepted.
My mind.
Picked off by Ryan Shazier.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught.
That's a touchdown.
Judge right
Are you
there
shitting me?
Incomplete.
Oh, my God.
And he lost the intended receiver.
God,
and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So stupid. Oh, my God. He clearly caught it and 2 feet.
They'll look to throw here.
Honey, man.
He'll get this complete to Walter Payton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. On first down. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Holt. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll run on first down. Peyton trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
My goodness.
Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 2nd and 15. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Hey. Look at me. Go. He's checking.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Walter Payton there to make the grab.
Too damn
the
good,
Bengals, they widen their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game. They always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there on the first down. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in.
Are you shitting me?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, Vick. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Vick now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
Got him sleeping on the play action with Ryan Shazier. Let's go. YouTubers, you watching this, boy? Like, come on, man. This is perfect coaching right here. Let's go, man. Crazy. I let up 52 fucking points to the Wildcat and 0 points other than that. It's fucking just so cheese, man. Oh, God. have a feeling this is going to be a much harder game. I mean, these last few guys have been pretty bad.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And now
he's able to make his own route. This guy quit. He saw my lineup and quit. Don't tell me you disconnect glitch me again. Alright, cool. He saw my lineup and quit. He didn't want none of that. Man, we might be able to make the playoffs in an hour and a half. If I win the next 2 games, I think I'm in the playoffs, right? Am I 4-1 or 5-1? I want to say I'm 5-1. Now after that. I'm not sure though. I always get Jude in the playoffs though. I always play against somebody. It's got like that Wildcat dude. Like every time I get in the playoffs, it just does not fail. Because those are the guys you're gonna play in the playoffs. Those guys that have. But I mean, I got something for that now. Now that with this defense, it really was shutting it down.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Lag switch.
Let's go, D.
Man.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed it.
Oh my God.
He's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. He's going to air one out. That's caught at the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Randy Moss, 79 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I believe my turbo button broke.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms.
Is broken. This dude's like, look, man, I got to make some defensive changes, son, before this dude make me quit by the end of the first quarter. Oh, he quit already. All right. Ain't nobody won a game today. Ain't nobody won a game today. Everybody wants easy wins or they just want to get out, man. I ain't like that, though. I mean, if I'm struggling to beat somebody, I'm struggling to beat somebody. All right, so now I'm 5-1. So now I may need to win 2 more games. Damn. I mean, if they're that quick, then shit, it should be easy. Unexpected error.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Be ready. Be ready. Take off.
On first down, Peyton. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. On second down now, Peyton. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Watch the pass. 50.
To throw on third down, Cunningham.
Oh, come on,
He
Gabe.
almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
You're not supposed to be dropping picks at all. Oh, I'm gone. Apparently, like I said, man, I think this R2 button broke.
Philadelphia. That punt returns 66 yards, and it goes the distance as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, they were going to get excellent field position either way. They had pinned them deep, but that's even better.
So in other words, being comfortable with field position, that was going to be okay. But sometimes being greedy is the right way to go. And boy, they take it all the way back, put it in the end zone. A great way to get started for them.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Willie Lanier charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Cunningham looking to throw, and he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Cunningham from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Willie Lanier. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Hey, high 7. 5.
2nd and long. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He looked to throw. Got a man. It's Randy Moss.
This is what I'm saying about this game. Shaquille Griffin,
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Yeah, the
Randy
99
Moss,
Byron Jones
98
just had
yards
happened what
as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. He'll look to throw. On a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Urlacher showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
I commend the guy playing aggressive.
Now back to throw. Going up top. That's caught at the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Randy Moss, 70 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
I thought if I swat it down, I got a chance of picking it from behind me.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. Peyton, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 42-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Eagles 14, Cowboys 7.
You're about to get a little knowledge. Little knowledge right there. Gun split close. A lot of people run gun split close. I like it.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, Your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
60 or 154 X3 218 chop.
They'll run on first down. Peyton. They wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Second and 6. And a catch made by Johnson. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Calvin Johnson, 36 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth-quarter do-or-die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up.
How do you even comprehend possibly making that? Like, I don't see, like, my user. You had a better shot at throwing that out to the dude on the right side, man. I'm going to win one win away from being in the playoffs and not even take an hour and a half to do it. It's kind of tight. Speaking, I'm in, like, I'm in star already. So. Besides Wildcat Cheeser, 7 points in 7 other games? Or 6 games? That breaks down to less than a point. Oh, a point a game my defense is giving up? Insane, man. Now this is when they're going to match me up against some hard people. I know that's what's going to happen. This is when they match me up against some hard people. They want to make me sweat a little bit trying to get in the playoffs. It's what Madden does every time. If they match me up against another retard, I'll be surprised. Though I got to say, I mean, my schemes make a lot of people look dumb. I kind of go by the Jim Johnson theory of defense. I'm bringing at least 6 most of the time. And if it's 4, it's going to be the best 4 to 5 I have for that situation. It's not just going to be base 4. It's going to be subs. Make sure my guys are in the right positions. Myles Garrett on right tackles, because right tackles are normally weaker.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks. Certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be taken short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I'm just trying it one time.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down. Let's walk.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
You got 3.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Hey, you got 3 down.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a 1st down as they get into the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
And they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Mike 50. I'm going to run you over.
Vick now from the 50. It's caught by OBJ. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Now Vick on fourth down. And it's complete. Henry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says, let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
In your face.
Now on 2nd and 13. Vick. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I knew he had nowhere to throw. I already looked over the whole thing.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
It's going to be a pick. If he tries to throw it anywhere else, it's all covered. And yet, nobody collapses on the quarterback.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch the ship.
It's over with.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
What are you doing, guys?
From the gun, Vick. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Got his man.
Oh my God, the game gave that to him. I was all over that.
29 yards.
Wow.
And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
That is it.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
And the game just there's no way that doesn't get picked. He threw it right fucking to me. My God.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Enough boneheaded plays in the last one.
This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Still got that 93, 94 power up pass.
90, Wolf. Squeeze.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Cincinnati. 57 yards.
Alpha.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Hey, let's get them home. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
2nd and 10.
But you know
and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Mean Joe Green drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
This is kind of a gamble. I mean, but I still got 3. I got to lose 3 games.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14.
He just jumped off sides. Like, and now the game's fucking me over here, too. Like,
go.
On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Here's Michael Vick. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Vick will look to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Mean Joe Green. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
At the 36-yard line.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
He don't know no better. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
After the sack on first down, Vick. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, Barkley. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
This will be taken short. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
Remember, I have joystick.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but Only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. This is Johnson. He's got it. 23 yards, the final tally.
Hey, shoot.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Now.
First down, Cincinnati.
Check Mike 45. Come on, D. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Blue draw quarters.
45.
Snap.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Oh, my God.
They're gonna
Like,
get him. He's taken down for a
fucking
sack.
blocks, man.
Back at the
I'm sitting there trying
47-yard
to step
line.
up
Carlos
and fucking go
Dunlap, the
around,
Florida
and you
Gator,
can't hold the
chopping
block.
his way to the quarterback.
Lazy piece of shit. 10 seconds. Like 2 seconds. Can't even hold your fucking back.
Bravo.
What the fuck, man?
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Thought that was it. I thought it was some Yoda clutchness right there. But I guess not.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Sneaky guys.
Hey, box
Got
truck,
the
box truck.
animations I wanted.
Gotta get the quick. Get on the quick right here. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Go.
Come on, QB. Come on.
Hit it.
They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll wind up
Come on, man. You gotta
incomplete.
get that on the tip.
Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
On the double.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Calvin Johnson, 71 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Vick, and now he's going to use his legs. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Hey, come on.
On 3rd down.
Oh my God! Like, what the fuck?
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 60 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
That's the whole fucking point of it. But no, the game, like I said, fucking determined shit.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Gap there, but we're gonna fuck you on the hit.
This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Can't fucking win with this game. Literally, literally every game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue?
That's caught at the 25.
Tillman somehow
A big play there for the Bengals. 54 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
I don't know what.
Now a carry for Okoye, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. They'll run now with Okoye. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Calvin Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Stenerud, up and good. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Look at me, zipper. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You better be afraid. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey. Ready?
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Of course, the game
Picked off by Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
One of those games, man, Madden's really going to have to
made there by Myles Garrett.
To fucking win this game.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Yep.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big third down play there for the Jags.
Somehow the guy put the
48
fucking
yards.
flag.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 4, check 4.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Craziness, dude. Absolute craziness. Crazy fuckingness. I mean, at least I made it a game. I mean, I adjusted what he was doing. But
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Oh, nice spin.
I brought that back.
Takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
He has very high agility, like 99 agility. So
this will be taken very short.
And then, if it was Tillman shouldn't be getting tripped at all.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
I don't know if you guys just saw that, but it's clearly what just happened.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eluding the pressure right. And open, it's Moss complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now back to throw. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Johnson, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a dumb throw, but Calvin, I mean, I knew Calvin would have a solid shot. I can't really say I didn't. He's got to step.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Back to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the move to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
How was that intentional?
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
God, like I said,
it'll be a loss of 15 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Outside the tackle, and there was a wide receiver running a fucking streak right there. I have seen worse not called as intentional grounding. You have got to be shitting me.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
This is good.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. You must be getting tired.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but it'll be second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Vic readies to throw. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Hunter Henry, 28 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but...
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. He will push his way down to about the 14. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they?
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Randy Moss, 75 yards, as they are able to cut into that lead. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big, as he'll try to get it to a one-score game with a 2-point conversion.
I'm surprised that
They'll try and throw for it. This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr.
As most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back at 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
More than proof this game's fucking fixed. Crazy. Would have made it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A first down run for Elliott, not going to pan out. He'll, in fact, wind up losing a couple. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
Yeah, and read. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. You got 3 down.
He may try and run for this.
Did you see the game fuck me over, though? Did you see the game fuck me over? Did you see Darnell Savage just get held by fucking the guy and then not call shit? Like, he threw him to the ground and then got hung up on him, even though he was already past him. What the fuck is that,
midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now they're going to throw it here with Vic. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I can't fucking believe the
Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. It's caught. Beckham. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards first down.
That fucking play just so y'all what the fuck I'm talking about.
I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, you're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
It's ridiculous. Like, come on. Let me get to the fucking highlights so I can show you Darnell Savage all of a sudden just getting stuck in the fucking grass for no fucking reason. Like, why is it? Oh, because this motherfucker just wants to stay here. So
that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.
All of a sudden can't stop a fucking nose cold. Like that alone, yeah. Are you going to show it? The run by Michael Vick? Okay. Now watch what happens over here on the left. Watch Darnell Savage get off the block, right? And then all of a sudden just get held up. Look at that. It's already off the block. There's no point. Look, he grabs his fucking leg, man. Like, how is that not holding? Like, what the fuck? Oh my God, predetermined bullshit. And look, this dude right here sees him scrambling with 99 play rec. Doesn't do shit. Yet the linebacker, right, is over here running towards him. Like, this is what's wrong with this game, man. It's fucking dumb. This is why you have to do stupid shit to fucking win. Oh, my goodness. It's frustrating, man. I don't know, though. Game calls no flags other than intentional grounding and offsides. Like, that's and illegal blocking downfield on RPOs if you wait too long. That's it. And once in a great while, I'll call offensive pass interference. But it will never call defensive pass interference unless you literally hit stick a guy. Other than that, you can run into him as much as you fucking want, slow him down, do whatever the fuck you want. You can
with Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Bravo.
Ricky. Mark 50. Coming.
Now.
Tannehill on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Randy Moss,
this is what happens,
77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Jason Elam on for the extra point.
What it is. I don't know how.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
How does he like run? Like, this is what makes no sense about the game either. Because I know it's going to happen to me when I throw it up. He runs by
Following the
Pat
touchdown,
Tillman.
here's
Catches
Elam to
Pat
kick it
Tillman starts
away.
catching them. Like all of a sudden Moss can't run.
This will be taken short.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
We go. 8 read. 53. Mike 53.
Cut, cut.
Hey, box drop. Slam. Look at me.
I
Score.
am literally
Score.
trying to all-out blitz.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
But yet,
Into
somehow,
coverage, and
he
it's
fucking
intercepted.
takes it. Like, how
Picked
did...
off by Pat Tillman. They
What?
could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check. Crunch.
Second and 10, Tannehill once more. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Got a man, it's Randy Moss. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 50. Hey, high 7. 5.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Flush to his right. Got a man open. It's the Hall of Famer, Kellen Winslow. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Hey, echo. 50. Mike 50. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Say, Topper. Snap.
Here's Okoye. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, they'll drop to throw. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill to the goal line, but it's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Go now. 50, plant.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it 6, maybe 7, but now they're left with 4th down and goal. Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me you have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice try. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
He's trying to tackle. You can't tackle here.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
This will be caught by Randy Moss. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. On 3rd down, Peyton. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Fucking shit, fucking game.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
And you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action.
Check it back. Check it back.
You're out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down, Peyton. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. They'll set up a throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Mean Joe Green able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Sam off.
53 is mine. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Check. 6-6. Pull it high.
Check.
Spy.
Alert flare. Alert flare.
Hey, Jack, spy.
They're going to try and throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would them? And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Tannehill. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brian Dawkins, the safety with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Come on.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
49-yard line.
2nd and 4. Got a man. It's Randy Moss complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And some space here. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps, a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Hey, wahoo! Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now, on first down, it's Tannehill. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. Throw complete there to Jerry Rice. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kellen Winslow there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Elam, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Following the touchdown, here's Elam to kick it away. This will be taken short. Running right through him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Look at me, zipper. Mike 50, Mike 50. He can't hang.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, Alpha. Block motion. Hey, now look up. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50, huh? That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Mike's 50.
They'll try and throw for it here. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep left. And now here's another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Walter Payton, 64 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. This is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. Give him 53 yards on the ground.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Second and 2 at the 7-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, they have that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else. I've got an idea. Let's get racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. Space to run past the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Keep playing all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Elam's kick is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This will be taken short.
The fuck? See, I told you there's something going on with the connection. I really hope they gave me a win for that, because I had a... They did, too. Thank God. I'm like, because there's fucking something was going on weird. Like, every time I was hitting buttons and shit, it like... It probably, dude was hacking. Like, that's what happens when shit like that happens. Dudes are hacking. When it just cuts you out right at the end of the game, they figure out dudes are hacking, they're lag switching. Or they're screen spying. There's a hack now where you can actually screen spy, but the game finds it out pretty easy. I got bailed out on that one a little bit, but at the same time, if he's cheating, I mean, he got busted. It was a little weird. It seemed like every time I was coming out with something different, he just had the exact play for it. I really hope I pull something out of one of these game changer packs. Like a golden ticket while streaming would be fucking insane. Not shit, the first one. Not shit. $91, $92. 90 is bad. 2 90s out of that one, that's not bad. I'm just mad that, like, that I shouldn't have been given that game, but still. But still, like, something seemed off about that game. Like, I'm sitting there like, man, like, no matter what I'm doing, it's covered. I do need to switch my defense back, though. So, the 335 is in the 46. It's in the Miami Dolphins. I think I might have to pick the Miami Dolphins, maybe. So, it's looking like the Jets going back to the Jets playbook. It's looking like, because I do not like not having a 3-3-5 wide. It's what's driving me nuts in situations where really I needed it. The Jets has the defenses I need in there, so I'll gladly just take that. Defenses I use